Parsons. And this is an early one because it's into the 1666, so one of the earliest collections. So that's fascinating at the time. The context is very interesting. And Dorothy Parsons married into the family and so on. Her recipes are Elizabethan in tone and ingredient and taste and so on. But I'm always fascinated by this one because it's her recipe to make a potato pie. She calls it a patata pie. Okay, and that was interesting because of the cultural significance of potatoes in Ireland, first of all. And I suppose this is the first, one of the first, possibly the first reference to potatoes in Ireland in 1606 from up in the north in Derry. But this is possibly the first time that we meet the potato in the construct of a recipe. And this is her recipe to make potato pie. Dorothy Parsons, the book of choice recipes. The wording is important. Take 2 dozen of potatoes, boil them till they will peel, then slit them. Being peeled in the middle, then raise your pie, raise the pie crust. And take 2 pounds of butter, there's no holding back here now, and wash it in rose water, which is lovely, and work it with your hands. Then lay it in a thin cake all over the bottom of your pie, then season your potatoes with 1/2 pound of fine sugar, 2 spoonfuls of cinnamon, a little salt. Place your pie, not too close, for you must put in between them 1.5 pounds of the yolks of eggs boiled hard and cut in halves. Then take 2 ounces of candied orange, 2 ounces of citron peeled very thin, and stick them in the potatoes. And then lay 1 pound of sweet butter in the same manner as before, all over the potatoes. You'd have to go for a bit of a lie down then after that. Close it up and bake it in a gentle oven. 1/2 an hour before it is baked, draw it and put in this caudle. Okay, so what she's saying is put it in the oven and 1/2 an hour before it's ready, take it out, and we're going to do more to it now. So she says, put in this caudle, 1/2 pint of nagris, 1/2 pint of white wine, and when it boils, take it from the fire and have 12 yolks of eggs and 6 whites ready beaten. Stir them in, putting there to 1/2 pound of butter and 1/4 pound of sugar, stirring them together. They be thick. Put it into the pie and set it in the oven for another 1/2 an hour. And when it comes out, scrape hard sugar over it and serve it up.
I don't think I'll be that worried about healthy eating anymore after that. So we'll move on the centuries, and I'd like to introduce Martin McAnumara now, who's a lecturer in TIT, but he's also a chef and a culinary historian, and he's chair of the Dublin Gastronomy Symposium, which is on the 1st and 2nd of June, I think, is it?
31st and 1st, yeah.
31st and 1st of June.